Hello, welcome to another video of Acharya Nidana Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss the concept of Kleda. So, before going into the description of Kleda, we need to know about the concepts. Some of the concepts we have to be very well aware of it. First one, if you know about the physics, chemistry, and biology and fundamentals of Ayurveda, any concept explained in Ayurveda that can be learned with the deepest understanding. Second, whenever we are discussing about the concept of minimalism, that will be helping us in getting the overall idea of a particular topic. Minimalism in the sense we have to uh, look into the one particular term, we have to look it into multiple angles. So that is, in other words, it is a brainstorming. If you do that, we can have a deepest understanding. Third major concept, if you know about the Kriya Sharira well, you can learn the concepts of Roga Nidana well. And if you know about the concepts of Roga Nidana well, you can know about the concepts of Kaya Chikitsa well. With this particular understanding, so we are going into the concept of Kleda. First of all, what do they mean by Kledata? So it is nothing but the mainly related to the terminology consistency. When you know about the consistency, two major factors that will be coming to our mind. One, that is liquidity and stickiness. So when you look into the with this particular understanding, if you know about the body fluid, that is totally different from water, because when you look into the water, it has certain the H2O water with certain some of the salts that may be present, insoluble salts may be present, whereas body fluid, it has the proteins, it has the different cells, or it has the electrolytes, it has the metabolites, and so on. So when you think about this, may be the fluid which is considered to be Kleda. And regarding the abnormal Kleda, that will be having the abnormal proportions, maybe increase in number of RBCs, or maybe decrease in number of WBCs, or maybe increase in number of proteins, or maybe increase in number of some other formed elements, for example platelets, increase in number of the oxygen, or increase in number of carbon dioxide, or increase in number of the serum bilirubin, etc. That is coming under the heading of abnormal Kleda. So when you think about further consistency, here there are two different liquids are there. One that is the milk and another one that is the honey. When you think about milk and honey, milk is having the consistency is much more liquid in nature, whereas the honey, it is somewhat around thick consistency. That means if you pour the milk into the ground, it will go very easily, whereas honey, that will not move that much easy. So milk and curds, look into the consistency there, it is also the same way, right? Now, what actually the Kleda refers to? Abnormal Kleda refers to, let us discuss now. Abnormal random blood sugar or abnormal blood sugar may be in the increased way or in the decreased way. Abnormal RBCs may be increased in numbers or decreased in numbers, or maybe having the size of the RBC may be small or size of the RBC may be large, oval shaped RBCs. All that is coming under the abnormal Kleda part. Abnormal proteins, that is increased protein concentration, decreased protein concentration. Abnormal electrolytes, increased sodium ion concentration, decreased sodium ion concentration. Increased potassium ion concentration or decreased potassium ion concentration, or the abnormal proportions of calcium, magnesium, etc. That is coming under the abnormal electrolytes. Abnormal cholesterol, increased cholesterol or decreased cholesterol. Then the abnormal urine, that means reduced urine, that is the anuria, that is less than 100 ml of urine or less than 500 ml of urine, oliguria. or increased quantity, that is polyuria, all that is coming under the abnormal Kleda. And the abnormal LFT, that means reduced what do you say, the or increased serum bilirubin. Then the other components such as STOT, STBT, etc., etc. Abnormal renal function, that is the presence of serum creatinine, increased or decreased serum creatinine, or the ammonia, etc., etc., that is coming under the abnormal Kleda. If they all these are present in normal proportions, such as urea or RBC, the RBC, WBC proteins, if they are present in the normal proportions, that is considered to be Kleda, normal Kleda. If they are not present in the appropriate proportion, then it is being termed as abnormal Kleda. Now, why this particular knowledge is essential? First of all, to make the appropriate diagnosis. Increase in number of serum bilirubin helps us in making the diagnosis related to hepatobiliary system. Increase in number of the serum ammonia may help us in making the diagnosis of abnormal renal function, like that. And prognosis, that means so how far the person may have the curability and incurability of an illness can be predicted. As far as management is concerned, suppose if you are giving the treatment for the abnormal serum albumin and you are having the abnormal serum creatinine, whether that may be appropriate management? No. If the person is suffering from the the abnormal serum sodium and you are giving the treatment for abnormal serum potassium, will it be good? No. There may be possible worsening of the symptoms there. That's how the management of the disease can be planned if you know about the abnormal Kleda in appropriate form. Then response to treatment. Suppose if you are giving the treatment, then how far he is responding to our treatment, that can be decided there. Right. So with this, so when you say about the take home message, Kleda may be normal or abnormal. So the main characters of Kleda that can be decided by the consistency. It may be in the form of the decreased or increased fluid. Then next point, we should know about what part of Kleda is becoming abnormal. That has to be known. And you have to give the treatment related to the abnormal Kleda formed in the body. Then only the proper treatment is possible. What do you learn from this particular interaction? Tell or the mention below regarding the major key takeaways from this particular video, and share to the maximum number of people who are actually Ayurveda learners. Thank you.